Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is John. In today's episode, I'll be showing you my one-day itinerary guide for Hanoi, Vietnam. This guide is intended for those who are visiting Hanoi, Vietnam for the first time, or who have a layover, or just passing through for a day. So let's get this video started. We took a sleeper bus from Sapa to Hanoi, which took about 6 hours, and we arrived in the evening. Upon arrival, we took a Grab to our hotel, and the hotel we stayed at was called Hanoi Elpis Hotel, which was located in Old Quarter. So I booked my hotel through Klook. Klook is an app that offers price deals on hotel, transportation, activities, and other offers. So if you decide to visit Vietnam, make sure you download the Klook app and you'll probably find some deals for your vacation. If you're staying in Hanoi for the first time, I suggest you stay in Old Quarter, because Old Quarter is in the middle of everything. It's walking distance to main attractions, to historic sites. Old Quarter also gives you that vibrant culture and that authentic setting where you'll witness seeing how locals in Hanoi live. You'll see locals setting up tables and chairs outside, a lot of them enjoying their meals, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You'll see locals setting up their food stalls, selling fruits and vegetables, or even meat. You also see traditional shops selling their unique Vietnamese items. I'm gonna be honest though with you guys, Old Quarter is very busy and crowded. You see a lot of people walking on the sidewalk or even on the roads. You'll see cars bumper to bumper, and you also see mopeds and motorbikes weaving through traffic, whether it's on the road or on the sidewalk where people are supposed to be walking. I know it sounds crazy, but you'll probably be in the moment appreciating the culture. Yes, be aware, but you'll be fine. So a full night's rest, we started our one-day itinerary. So the very next morning, we walked to Ngoc Cafe. Ngoc Cafe is known for its walls covered by handwritten notes written by people all over the world. You can literally read people's notes for hours and hours in that cafe. There are 4 floors in the cafe filled with notes. I thought it was a cool concept and design, and I thought it was very unique and very Instagrammable. Besides reading people's notes, we enjoyed the view while drinking our coffee and shake. Also on the tables, there are notes and pens for you to write, so you can stick a note on the wall. As for me, I did that myself. Do it now, book the flight, and travel the world. We walked to Ngoc Son Temple, and I just wanted to apologize if I did not pronounce that correctly. Ngoc Son Temple is located on an island in Hoan Kiem Lake, right in Hanoi. It's a beautiful lake. I recommend you guys to check out the lake. When you enter Ngoc Son Temple, you will notice a beautiful traditional architecture. It also gives education on spiritual life for the Vietnamese people. And what makes it great about this temple, it worships and honors a national hero. And the national hero is General Trang Dang Hao. He was a leader that led the Vietnamese army into victory against the Mongol invasions in the 13th century. Also, the temple is a sacred site for people to pray for good fortune and also a peace of mind. After touring the Ngoc Son Temple, we took a Grab taxi to the Temple of Literature. I just wanted to pause here and take a note that if you guys visit Vietnam, make sure you download the Grab Taxi app. Grab Taxi is basically another form of transportation, just like Uber. I think it's a lot more trustworthy and a lot more affordable, so I prefer a Grab Taxi over a regular taxi. When you enter the Temple of Literature, you'll notice beautiful architectural designs. Temple of Literature is also the first university in Vietnam, which represents an important role for the country's educational history. The university based its teachings on Confucianism, which was founded by Confucius, a teacher and philosopher which the university honored. The university believed that if students followed the teachings of Confucius, it would give good balance in life and a thriving society. After touring the Temple of Literature, we took a grab taxi to Mao's Bookstore, which is a hidden gem tucked in a street called Lin Din Street, which is known as Hanoi's Library or Book Street. There are several bookstores that has easy access, but as for Mao Bookstore, you have to go through a community alleyway and go up the stairs on the second floor. So if you decide to go to Mao's Bookstore, make sure you enter in the alleyway. Very quiet. The bookstore has been running for 20 years and it was meant to build a community for readers and also a record of hard copies, as digital books are becoming more of the future. The bookstore resembles the Library of Belle from the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. I know I'm Filipino and Filipinos are known to have a good voice. I'm sorry if I have a horrible voice, but anyways, if you're a bookworm or love books, Mao's Bookstore should be on your list to do in Hanoi. It was quite a morning, so we went back to the hotel and rested. Once well rested, we took a private shuttle to Quang Phu Cao Incense Village, which is 1 hour south of Hanoi. So Quang Phu Cao Incense Village is a village where they make incense, run by families that live out there. They make the incense and they sell it for business. Incense Village is known for its photogenic views of how bright and colorful the incense sticks are when they're beautifully laid flat to dry. For me, I didn't do any research on the Incense Village. I just wanted to go because when I looked on the internet, I just felt like, oh, looks very nice, very Instagrammable. We got dropped off in the main area where you can take pictures of the incense. The area is actually smaller than it looked on the internet. There's a section in the outside and a section in the inside. The inside was very basic. Basically, there was incense on the walls or on the ground. And for the outside, it was a lot better. There was some cool designs, just like the incense was made out of a Vietnamese flag, and also another design was the incense flower. And they also made platforms where you can go on top and take aerial photos. They also give you props as well as a Vietnamese hat, so you can be creative on your photography sessions. I felt like the Incense Village was a bit saturated and overwhelming and a tourist trap because we were just there to take pictures and we were just surrounded by a lot of tourists, so it was hard to avoid people being in your pictures. So after we took pictures, we were like, is that it? Is there anything else we can see? So it was a bit frustrating. When I went back to the hotel, I did do some research on Incense Village and they do have tours. And the tours looked a lot more authentic and gives you more of the behind the scenes of how the incense are made and processed. So is it worth it going to Incense Village? If you're gonna take pictures and videos, yes, it's worth it. It's pretty and photogenic, but if you're looking to fully experience the cultural aspect of the village, book a tour. Find a tour guide that's going to take you around the village and gives you behind the scenes of how the incense is made and processed. It also even gives you an aspect of the history and significance of the Incense Village. After the Incense Village, we went back to the hotel and got settled in. We spent the night at Hanoi Train Street, which has been a social media buzz, which a train passes just inches through cafes, restaurants, and homes. What makes the visit to Hanoi Train Street worth it is the vibrant lights of the cafes and the homes around, the lively atmosphere and the energy of the crowd, and of course the thrilling close encounter with the passing trains. We arrived at the Hanoi train station around 7 p.m. and the next train passing by was 7:45 p.m. and there was already a lot of people. But luckily, we secured a spot at 420 Cafe. So if you do decide to go to the Hanoi Train Street at night, make sure you come early so you can secure your spot. So between 7:40 p.m. and 7:45 p.m. it felt like a countdown of the New Year's ball dropping. There was restaurant owners and workers who are scrambling to remove tables and chairs, urging people to clear the pathway or finish their food and stand back as the train is anticipating to pass by. And at 7:45 p.m., as you can see the train approaching, it did really feel like it was the kickoff of the Super Bowl. Just a crowd of people yelling for excitement. And then once the train passes by, it just felt like one of the teams in the Super Bowl just scored a touchdown, because once the train passes by, there's just a roar of people yelling and screaming of excitement of what they just experienced. The adrenaline rush and the energy just took it another level. I really enjoyed it. So to me, I would say it's worth visiting the Hanoi train street and experiencing the close encounter and thrill of the trains passing. I do want to put it out there that going to the Hanoi train street and then experiencing the train passing by can be dangerous. So safety first, and always be aware of your surroundings so no one gets hurt, including you. It's always our responsibility to stay safe and make sure that everyone is okay, so these kind of things can continue to happen for us travelers and visitors around the world. So guys, this wraps up my Hanoi one-day itinerary guide. Again, this guide is intended for first-time visitors in Hanoi, those who are passing through it or just have a layover. So I just wanted to recap my one-day itinerary for Hanoi. So Ngoc Cafe, Ngoc Son Temple, Temple of Literature, Mao's Bookstore, Quang Phu Khao Incense Village, and also Hanoi Train Street. I hope this itinerary will help you plan your trip to Hanoi. So before I close out this episode, please subscribe me on my channel on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and add me on Facebook. See you on my next adventure as I explore the province of Ninh Bình. Remember to always shock us up on your adventures. Shoots!